Hey guys, I thought I'd come to you from another perspective. You see, what I'm saying is I'm not in the same spot that I usually film this, so here goes. It's Victoria. Nice to see you, or nice to be back on video. Anyway, what makes me an expert? Probably nothing. Probably nothing makes anybody an expert unless they really believe in the person talking to them and they believe in what they're doing. And are they getting the results? Are they doing the things that they say they're doing? So basically, I am doing the things that I say I'm doing. I have Snapchat. I just recently made it public so you guys could follow along. I was private for a while for respect for my husband. Didn't want me to Snapchat my whole life on, public display, but I'm not going to be putting him in it. So yeah, I made it public because I want to show that I'm walking the walk and I'm talking the talk. And I can't take my Snapchat with me everywhere. For instance, I swam yesterday 2 miles, and if you follow me on Instagram, Fruits for Life, you can see that I do what I'm doing. I'm getting to the other island and I'm swimming there with my goggles, my earplugs, and my gloves. And they're swimming gloves, and it's just a joy for me to share. And I'm not doing it to show off. I'm doing it to inspire, and I really do get inspired by people that do the same that I'm doing. And I'm hoping that I get more over the hill athletes out there. I am 46 years old as of last week, and I just want to show that you can be an athlete at any age. And a lot of people don't realize that I also live with an athlete. Now, he's not going to be on social media too much, so I basically could tell you the secrets that I've learned over the years and what I've done and what I've noticed and what I've observed with other athletes that are in my circle. And I am around and surrounded by winners. And, the stuff that I know, I don't think many people know. So I like to share that stuff. And it's basically free. I mean, my Snapchats are free, my Instagram's free, the YouTube here is free for you to watch and enjoy and to get something out of it. I know that when I want to get inspired, I will put on something that motivates me, and a video like this would have motivated me, or the Snapchat that I do basically tells you my whole day in 4 minutes, and I'm basically showing you the activity level. Now, people say to me, oh, well, in comments or whatever, they say things like, you have the time to exercise, and that's not always entirely true. And besides, how about the people that have the time and are not doing what I'm doing? How about the people that are doing this, that have weekends to enjoy? Charlotte? Somebody's here. Hi. How about the people that have weekends and time to spare and they're still not doing what I'm doing? You can argue till the cows come home, but I don't care. I'm not here to argue, and I'm not here to show everybody that I'm better than anybody else. I'm just showing you what I can do. And on a high carb, low fat diet is how, plant-based is how I thrive. It's how I move. It's how I get momentum and motivation. And it's really, I can't really say that it's all one thing. It's all encompassing. It's getting enough sleep. And when I don't get enough sleep, I'm sure to take a 20-minute snooze. A little nap always helps me revive. And if it's just not going to happen that day where I exercise, it's just not going to happen. Or I'll do something really light, like I'll ride my bike. I like to switch things up. I like to run. I like to hike. I like to bike. And I like to swim. All of those things, if I could do it all in one day, it's a great day. I like to stand up paddle also. I find I'm very attracted to the water. I really love the water. I love being in the water. I love everything about the water. I'm going to be putting a video up about what I swim with, and I'm going to also put a video up of my bike power cranks that I use in my garage. It's basically a setup where it simulates running, and it happens to be a very good supplement to running. And if you're not using this for running, then you're not doing yourself a good service, because it could up your game, and I think it's worth every penny of an investment for your body. And yeah, I mean, better than any coach would tell you. These power cranks are amazing. They've helped me a lot. I didn't use them in the last few years, but when I got to Hawaii, I bought one from somebody on the island. I was very lucky to find it. And then I put the power cranks onto the bike, and I just felt like I need to be doing this again because it really helped me in my running. And yeah, I think that variety is very important, and to do a lot of those things and to know them well is a gift. And that's what I plan to do. That's what I hope to do. Those are my goals. My goals are to be able to do all these exercises and share it with others, and share what's possible on a plant-based diet and a low-fat diet. And you know, so many people are tooting the paleo horn and they're just loving it, but are they giving the results? Are they getting the endurance? I am not seeing any endurance athletes on a paleo diet. And if they are saying they're paleo, they're still having carbohydrates. So, you know, you have to have carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is a must. It has changed my life. I used to be on the high protein diets, and they just didn't work. They just didn't add up. They don't match up to what I'm doing now. What I'm accomplishing now is just, it's beyond my belief. I'm 46, and I'm doing more than I did at 26. So those are the results that I'm talking about. Those are the things that I think more and more people need to know about and get motivated. Just get motivated to do more, because you can. And if you work all day, it's totally understandable. I used to work 9 to 8, and I used to fit in a workout. I would walk to work and walk home. That was 80 blocks, 80 New York City blocks, and I just did it. I made it happen. And on weekends, I made up for the times that I couldn't do every workout that I wanted. But every other day, I worked out with weights. I did an hour-long video on my television, and I got it done. You find a way. You find a way to incorporate exercise. If it's too easy, by the way, you're not doing yourself a good service either, because it shouldn't be comfortable. There should be some discomfort. Not pain, but discomfort. And you should get to a threshold of wanting to stop, because that's where your body is going to get to that high. It's going to get to that level of pushing yourself and getting stronger and getting to the point where you're feeling like your body's changing. And for me, exercise is a must, because that's the best time that I can think. That's the best time that my oxygen is flowing and my brain is getting oxygen and blood flowing to the brain, and I'm just getting a lot more to life, a lot more to life. And people say, why do I swim when there was a shark attack where I swim? Well, that was at a certain time of year. The sharks were breeding. It was El Nino. There was murky waters. You know, there's a lot to say about it. That hasn't happened ever in this area. And it's in Hawaii. And I do it. I go alone. I take the risk. I assess it. I look at the weather. I look at the time of day. Of course, the time of day was midday, so that was very odd. But yeah, I mean, look. Life is a risk. Getting into a car is a risk. Anything is a real risk, but chances are that you have more fear than you have guts. So what I'm saying is, try to wipe out the fear and get more guts, because life is short and you really want to live each day to the fullest. And not every day is going to be a winner. Not every workout's going to be a winner. But at least you're out there. At least you try. And getting outside is very key also. I didn't do power cranks for a while because I really like being outdoors. And people say, well, why don't you wear sunblock? Well, I probably should on my nose. But I'm finding with plant foods, I don't need as much sunblock, or any at all. I haven't worn sunblock. I've had whatever damage I already had to my skin was when I was a kid, when my skin was very new. There's very little damage now that's being done, except for like exposed parts like my nose. I'm finding that plant food jives with the sun. The more fruits I eat, the more pigment in fruit and vegetables, I just have much more tolerance for the sun. It just acts as a natural sunblock. And I used to be as pale gets. I was as white as snow. And I was two colors. I was either white or burnt. There was no in between. And now I get like this golden tan that I've never acquired before when I was eating heavy meats and proteins. And I've recently incorporated lentils. I've been having lentils as a staple, lentils and rice, and I find I'm not eating as much as I used to because I'm getting some sort of balance with that. I used to eat a lot more when I just had rice. So that's just a little heads up for me. I don't know if that will help you in any way. I don't know if it's better for you or worse. I just know that I feel good on it. And I'm doing the things that most people are not. And I encourage you to get out there and do more. Just do more in one day. A lot more people are doing stuff that they just don't want to be doing. But what I'm saying is if you could carve out time for yourself to get exercise in, you will feel the benefits. The benefits are astronomically amazing. Just the endorphins alone and the feeling of just feeling so elated, and then the stress just leaving your body and negative emotions just leaving. Exercise is so key. So am I an expert? I don't know. You tell me. You decide. I know that what I'm doing is filled with chock full of experience, and I hope that you guys could do the same. All right. Take care, everyone. I hope this helped.